Well, guys, welcome to the latest rendition of Young Red Angus Live. I'm your host, Jay Young. Tonight, we have a solo stream, meaning it is just me sharing with you guys what is going on in my life. So, I originally had my good friend Jordan Rhodes scheduled for YouTube Live. And unfortunately, Jordan had some stuff come up and he was not able to make the YouTube Live. And so, anyway, I was just going to skip it, cancel YouTube Live, whatever. And, like I just decided, no, I kind of need to talk about all this stuff, like things going on in my life. Like, YouTube Live, like I have Jordan on as a guest and he's not able to make it. And so like life threw me this curveball. And I just decided I was going to cancel it because like the whole show is based on guest and me, sharing, getting them to share with you guys. And, like I don't see myself good at this about being able to freestyle and just tell you what's on my heart. And so I was just going to cancel it. But then as I processed this and started thinking about what I'm learning in the moment, I felt like I had to share. So um, all the time, life is going to throw you curveballs. You make a plan for what you think your day is going to be, and it doesn't always go that way. I was really excited to have Jordan on as a guest because it's fun having somebody that's more passionate. Like when you're a passionate person like I am, it's fun talking to someone whose passion level is higher than yours. It makes you feel normal. And that's the person Jordan Rhodes is. And so I'm really hoping we can get him rescheduled. So when he canceled, um, like it kind of threw me for a loop. And I'm like, man, what do I do? Um, I can't not have a show. And then I thought, well, that's dumb. I'm not gonna have a show when I don't have a guest because what am I going to talk about? It'll just be me rambling on, and I'm not good at that. But then I really thought about it, and I was like, two things need to happen. You guys need my authenticity, and you need to be able to know what the struggle is because the biggest part of regenerative agriculture is recognizing that yeah, it's this movement that's growing and it makes sense and regenerative agricultural principles work wherever they're tried. But we have to understand how to make them work in our context without going bankrupt. And that's not something that works. I mean, that's not something that just happens in every single context, especially in dry environments. And so it almost seems like I'm always getting curveballs thrown at me when it comes to regenerative agriculture. And, like tonight, this was a curveball thrown at me. And the thing that I wanted to convey to you guys is that, you're not always going to be prepared for what is going to happen to you in the area of regenerative agriculture or, you know, ranching or calving or having a program that you're trying to build, like what we're trying to build with Young Red Angus. It has its challenges, and really the way you respond to those challenges shows what kind of character you have, shows the type of mentality you have, shows how tough you are. And really, like one of the things I've realized in my life is that I don't have all the answers. And the older I get, the more I realize that I have a lot more deep seated uh, issues that negatively affect the people around me when it comes to handling stress and handling, um, chaos. And it's made me realize like that I need to lean in to those issues. I need to lean into my fears, my insecurities, and these things that because of the way I handle them negatively affect the people around me. So like, it's not just like, Jordan having to cancel. And I want to be clear about something. Jordan's awesome. He's in the middle of calving season, and it's not that big of a deal that he canceled. It just kind of threw me for a loop. And I'm excited about having him rescheduled. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm throwing Jordan under the bus, but like it made me, like I reflected upon that, and then like today I had a argument with my dad, and just the way I handled that situation, I realized like I don't handle the stress well, and I don't, and I get angry, when things are not going the way they're supposed to go, and I realized that a lot of that is based on these deep seated, um, insecurities I have. And if I'm going to change who I am and become a better person, I can't ignore those things. I can't ignore that issue in my life. And one of the things that has really helped me is being able to wake up in the morning and to spend time in prayer and meditate on what the word says. And so as I meditate on what the word says, it helps me balance my mind and have focus on what God's called me to and my purpose. And so when I'm able to do that, and I'm able to focus on that and work when life throws me a curveball, and Jordan has the issue and he has to cancel, or I don't communicate well with my dad and we have issues, like it helps me to realize like, hey, this thing that is throwing me for a loop and challenging my day, it's not what has control. God's in control. And if I'm able to center my mind and focus my mind on God being in control, it gives me peace. And it's like this YouTube live. Like in my mind, I'm thinking, man, I'm totally bombing right now. Like this isn't going good at all. But really, like the way you think about things and the way you center your mind on that topic and what you focus on, that is what gives you the ability to overcome. And the more resilient your mind is focused on the vision that you have for your life, the more likely you're going to be able to face challenges and overcome those challenges when they come, and to be the person that you desire to be because you're focused and centered on that vision. And so, really, when you think about your day and how you plan your whatever is going on in your day, and then something happens that changes your plan and your focus for your day, who you set your mind on who you are and who you're going to be as an individual at the beginning of your day, and the vision you have for your life, the stronger that is, the more likely that you are to overcome and to be victorious. It's something that Jay Fuhrer, I've heard him talk about 3 times because I've gotten to be at different conferences where Jay Fuhrer was at. And he talks about his life vision. His life vision is to farm forever. And so as he goes upon his day and faces things that he goes over with Minogan Farms, that's what makes him successful is he's able to focus in on the thing that is important to him. My friend Kevin Wiltsey, he wrote down a mission statement for his farm. And so every decision he makes on his farm goes back to that thing that he wrote down. And it keeps his mind focused on when he's facing a difficult decision. It doesn't change who he is in the moment, because he's already made that decision with who he is in the very beginning. He has that vision, he has that focus and that drive and that determination based on something he's already set down and wrote out of who he is. So the reason I wanted to have YouTube live tonight is to share those things with you. Like, one, every single day, if I'm waking up and I'm having this quiet time, I'm more likely to be able to have my day go in a way that I'm not angry, I'm not stressed out, I'm not whatever. Today I failed at that, but I'm more likely to be successful when I set my day focused on the things that are important to me. What's important to me is understanding who I am in Christ and having that time in prayer, and it sets my focus for the rest of the day. And that's what helps give me purpose and vision. And so I've written out my vision statement, and I'm kind of fine tuning it. But that's something else that helps me with decisions that I make on my farm. And I think it's important for us to realize, like, when things don't go your way and you have a plan set in space, it shouldn't change your attitude and your demeanor and all these things. You shouldn't be having your emotions driven by whether or not you're having a good day or a bad day. Your emotions should be based on who you are. Because if you know who you are, then chaos that comes up shouldn't change that. Shouldn't change your focus and your determination on who you are, who you're meant to be, and the people you impact. So, like, if I'm able to do that, then I get to be a blessing to my family, my wife, my kids, my dad at work, my employees, and then the people I interact with on a regular basis. And so I felt like it was important for me to have this YouTube live where it was just me, so that you guys got the real sense of what my life is like. Um, my life's not perfect. I make mistakes. I fail quite a lot, and that's something I try to portray in my YouTube videos, is just being real and being honest. And that's the other reason why I wanted to do this, is because I edit my YouTube videos a lot. Um, it's hard for me to come up with my thoughts when I'm making them sometimes, and it takes a long time to make those YouTube videos. And sometimes it's hard because, like, I feel like I'm being fake, like I'm showing you this video that's heavily edited, and it's just not the real me, or not that it's not the real me, but it's like I'm taking out all the mistakes. Like tonight, I'm doing YouTube live, and there's no editing. It's just me sharing with you and being vulnerable and letting you know that, like, when you have issues in your life, when your life is falling apart, it's okay. Those things that are falling apart all around you, like, they don't determine your worth and your value. You know, if you have a solid understanding of who you are and what you're meant for, then your worth and your value should come from that, and not how good of a day you are or are not having. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That's my extremely short YouTube live. Um, so yeah, I actually kind of like this. In the future, my plan is to write out a YouTube live ahead of time with things that I'm going to talk about, like, prepared if my guest has to last minute cancel, and go from there. And yeah, I think I kind of enjoyed this, even though it was feels really awkward to just talk, just me talking to you. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it blessed your life, and helped you have courage for when things don't go your way. They don't determine your worth and your value. Your worth and your value should be predetermined by what gives you purpose and what gives you meaning. For me, that's my relationship with God, and that's what gives me purpose and meaning. And when I'm focused on that, everything's okay. I'm at peace. When I lose sight of that is when the chaos comes. So um, for me, the more I keep my hope and my faith set on that, the more I have purpose, joy, and determination to be the man that He's called me to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry it was short and awkward, not short and sweet, but it is what it is. I'll get better, and we'll grow together in our pursuit of soil health, regenerative agriculture, raising some cattle, and all those things that the YouTube channel is about. So I will catch you guys later. I hope you enjoyed.